Hello, hello, foodie friends, grain-free VIPs. Welcome to today's Slice of the Grain-Free Lifestyle episode. Today's topic is what are hidden grains and how can you avoid them? I am so excited that you picked this topic because once you know what hidden grains are and how to avoid them, life finally makes sense, or at least your grain-free lifestyle finally makes sense. Now, as you are coming on and being notified that I am live, I'm going to wait for a mic video sound check from my amazing VA Rose so that she can tell me that you can see and hear me. Rose, please let me know that you can see and hear me. Please say hello in the comments. That way I can reach out to you and thank you for being here with me live each week. Time is precious, and so if you are here live with me or catch the replay, I want to make sure to thank you. So if you're seeing this live, please say hello in the comments, and if you're watching this on replay, please use #replay, and that way I can reach out to you and thank you. Just waiting to see if we have a check from Rose. Okay. I still don't have a check from Rose, but she hasn't told me she can't hear me, so we're going to go with it. All right. What are hidden grains and how can you avoid them? So we're going to backpedal a little bit. Before we talk about hidden grains, we're going to talk about grain-based ingredients. Now, grain-based ingredients are ingredients that are made from grains. They're not hard to identify, but avoiding them is tricky. Would you ever expect rice flour to be in a supplement that your doctor prescribed for you? I didn't. When I was first grain-free, it was 2013. I had just had a laparoscopy to remove endometriosis, and the doctor who recommended that I have the laparoscopy also recommended that I was grain-free. So, he's the one who first told me to go grain-free. Thank you for the sound and audio and video check, Rose. I really appreciate it. So this doctor, Dr. C, recommended that I have the laparoscopy to get rid of the endometriosis, and he recommended that I go grain-free because when he looked at my food diary, there was a clear correlation between my symptoms and my increased consumption of grains and dairy. So here I am doing what he told me to, taking a supplement that he had prescribed. And it wasn't, get at the pharmacy kind of thing. It was a get online kind of thing. He said anyone will do, just make sure it has these ingredients. So I did. And when I went back to him for, I think it was maybe in June, if I had my surgery in January, I went back in June and I said, just so you know, the supplement that you recommended to me included rice flour. And I think you should tell any other patients that have a grain allergy to also avoid this particular brand. He goes, why do you need to avoid rice flour? I'm like, because you told me that I have a grain allergy. He goes, I did? Yes. Grain-based ingredients like rice flour hide out in our supplements. They hide out in our candy. And if we don't look for them, they can really interfere with our progress. I wasn't looking for the rice flour in my supplement. I only started looking for it when my progress, my healing, my weight loss that I had experienced from giving up grains reversed. And so I went from losing weight to plateauing to gaining weight over a little speck, tiny little capsule of rice flour. Insane, right? Excuse me. Okay, so those are grain-based ingredients. They hide in our pantry items. They hide in our medications and supplements. They hide in our cleaning products. And you might have heard me say before, know your grains and your grain-based ingredients, right? So grain-based ingredients, which have the name of the grain right in the title, are only part of it. There are hidden grains. Huh? What's a hidden grain? That was me in 2015. I didn't know what hidden grains were. I had been grain-free for 3 years, and no one taught me about hidden grains. And if you're going, Nina, how could you possibly not know? You're right. I am the grain-free lifestyle coach. I help families avoid grains and allergens so that they can pack their menus with flavor and variety, enjoy meals together, and live their best lives while still avoiding grains and allergens. But that's not who I was in 2015 because I was trying to be super healthy, all non-toxic, and I was gonna go scrub the counters in my classroom with vinegar. I wasn't gonna use any toxins. And so I'm scrubbing and I'm scrubbing, and my hands felt weird. Why do my hands feel weird? I'm only cleaning with vinegar. Vinegar is a hidden grain, my friends. Vinegar is made from fermented corn. And so if you know how fermentation works, you start with mass quantities, right? Mass quantities of grain or grapes or potatoes, and you ferment them down to a small quantity. So that 1 quart of white vinegar that I was cleaning with was probably at least an entire bushel of corn that I had unknowingly exposed myself to. And my hands went from being the hands of a 34-year-old to the hands of an 80-year-old, and they were all gnarled and twisted, and they ached, and I couldn't close them. And driving home from school that day, it was really hard to grip the steering wheel. It was so hard to drive home. Something that should have been simple was painful because my body had been exposed to the hidden grains in white vinegar. Okay, so grain-based ingredients, those are ingredients made from grains that we can recognize on a label pretty easily. But hidden grains are ingredients like white vinegar that are made from grain, but the name doesn't resemble the grain at all. These are a huge problem. And if you're going, where are they, Nina? Tell me where they are. We're going to take it slow. The goal is to become aware of what they are, right? First, aware that they exist, then aware of what they are, where they're hiding, so that you can avoid them. I promise you we're going to do this really slowly. Okay, so we've talked about what are grain-based ingredients, what are hidden grains, okay? Now, the unfortunate thing is that there are more than 150 hidden grains. Where do they hide? Well, they hide in our food. They hide in our medicine cabinet, in prescriptions, supplements, creams, things like that. Anything that would be in your medicine cabinet, personal care products, and in household products. If you're like, Nina, that's everywhere. Okay, we're building awareness right now. It took me 10 years to figure this out, and that is why I became the grain-free lifestyle coach, so that I could help families like yours not get exposed to vinegar. Now, why should we avoid these hidden grains? Hold on a second. Snack time. These are my coconut caramel breakfast bars. The recipe is in my VIP recipe box. You got to try these. Okay. This is a new recipe I'm breaking. It's completely grain-free, lectin-free, and it has no top allergens. So often when I tell people that I avoid gluten, grains, dairy, eggs, soy, corn, almond, cashew, peanut, sesame, my husband is lectin-free. They're like, Nina, what do you eat, water soup? No, we don't eat water soup. We eat wonderful, delicious, savory, tasty, sweet foods that we enjoy. And again, I've made it my mission to help families like yours eat safely without grains and allergens, so that you don't have to do the intense research that I did, because it shouldn't take you a decade to figure out how to eat safely. Like the VIPs I work with, you're probably saying, there's too much repetition. We never get to eat anything new. It's the same all the time. We're tired of protein and veggies. And if you're feeling like that, I know my awesome VA Rose is going to put the link to my calendar in the chat. Please use that link. Hop on a call with me so that I can help you pack your grain-free menu with flavor and variety while you're avoiding allergens. You're also going to get something brand new. And if you're a VIP, you already have this, reach out to me and I will get you the direct link, because it's not on the menu of my website yet. But there's a new course called Grain-Free Jumpstart that includes my 5-page list of hidden grains, so you don't have to do the work, okay? My 5-page list of hidden grains, and a masterclass where we go over what each one is and how you can avoid them. And we're talking a little bit about that today. Okay, so if you're already a VIP, you have that. If you are not yet a VIP, put Jumpstart in the comments, and that way I can reach out to you and help you unlock that amazing opportunity. Okay, so how do you avoid hidden grains? Well, the first way to do it is to get that 5-page list, and we'll go through your pantry and we will take out everything. If you're like, Nina, there's going to be nothing left but the dust. Hold out. There are plenty of grain-free, allergy-friendly convenience foods. Yes, I said it. Convenience foods, pantry staples, personal care products. What else? Household products. And if you're like, Nina, there's no grains in my personal care and household products. I'm going to disagree with you only because I'm coming up on my second wedding anniversary, and I still get exposed to hidden grains. Sometimes when my focus is elsewhere. And so 2 years ago, I was in wedding mode. I was going to be a bride, going to the hairdresser, going to be all pretty. Brought myself a new straightening cream, put the straightening cream in. It was natural. It was organic. Did I read the label? No. Did I use my own list? Also no. So, put the straightening cream in, go to the hairdresser. My hair is beautiful. I feel fabulous. We take it out so that my then fiance, now husband, doesn't see it. And all day, my hair is straight. My hair is beautiful. My hair is shiny. Why are my hands feeling like when I cleaned with white vinegar? That arthritic, nasty, old lady hands feeling like I know better. This should not be happening to me. Guess what? It still happens. But when we know what they are, when we are aware, we can avoid. Okay? Now, why is that important? Because I knew exactly what it was. I went to the label. I found the hidden grains. Did I use that hair straightener on the day of my wedding? You bet I did. I wore gloves when I applied it, and I didn't touch my hair all day. And as soon as we came home, I hopped in the shower. I don't know anyone, including myself, who avoids all hidden grains, because hidden grains, especially in the United States where corn seems to be in everything, right? The goal is we're aware so that we can avoid and find alternatives. Now, even when I'm aware and I avoid and I find alternatives, I still will sometimes get exposed to hidden grains. I went for a chair massage in the fall. Great. The chair massage, I was treating myself. Now, they have never before, these gals have been working with their agency. It was at a crafting retreat. No one has ever used any creams. So I'm on the chair, eyes are closed, and I'm feeling good, and my face is in the little cradle, and I feel cream on my neck. And I'm like, what is that? What did you use on me? Oh, it's fine. It's hypoallergenic. No. Then I kind of pitched a little fit, and I said, I need to see the ingredients, and I need to see them now. And I could feel it. I could feel my neck getting hot while she was finding the ingredients, because she didn't even have the ingredient, the actual bottle with her. So we had to look it up online. And we looked it up, and we saw all the different varieties of alcohol that were included in there. So typically anything that is an alcohol is often made from grains, because grains turn into alcohol. Maybe you grew up hearing the term grain alcohol. Yeah. So if you know how alcohol is made, that fermentation process, I got exposed, again, little drops, big amounts. My whole body went into a flare. Knowing what our grains are, knowing what our grain-based ingredients are, will help us be aware so that we can avoid them. We can get those grains out of our pantry, right? We can replace the food items in our home, either by making them ourselves, like my coconut caramel breakfast bars. If you haven't tried these, make them now and thank me later. That's so good. So we can either make our favorite foods ourselves using grain-free, allergy-friendly, lectin-free ingredients if you need to, or we can purchase pantry staples like broths and chips and pretzels and pepperoni and all the, and of course, the flours and even a grain-free xanthan gum. So many people, when they come to me, they say, I can't use xanthan gum. Okay, why? Because xanthan gum is made from corn. Well, you're right. Oftentimes, xanthan gum is made from corn. But I use a corn-free xanthan gum, which helps me get my baking to look and taste like real food that comes from a bakery. So, for every option you can't have, there's usually a way to get that back on your plate. And I know it's tempting to have that moment of deer in headlights and feel like, I can't eat anything. I'm never going to eat again. But a life of salad and proteins includes way too much sadness. And if that's what you like, good luck, God bless. For me, it only took once of missing out on cake at my own birthday party. I said, I can't do this. I can't do this. I have to learn to make the foods I want. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to stick with this. And so that's what I want for you. I want you to learn your grains, your grain-based ingredients, so that you can avoid them. And I want you to be able to eat like normal, real food, like pizza with stretchy mozzarella, no dairy. No, and it's going to be a mozzarella that I teach you to make, just like I teach my VIPs. I teach you to make it look, taste, stretch like real cheese. So if that sounds great to you, let's hop on a call. Use the link that Rose has put below so that we can meet and talk about getting you the grain-free lifestyle that you have been dreaming of. And if you'd like to learn more about grain-based ingredients, put Jumpstart down below in the chat so that you can be one of the first 10 to unlock this. If you're a VIP, it's already available to you. I can't wait for you to enjoy this amazing experience at your convenience. All right, I believe in you because the possibilities are endless when you break a recipe. Take care, everybody.